Hey guys, this is Adrian Boysel, and welcome back to another Adrian Graphics and Marketing video. Today I have an incredibly important topic. This is an area that I have been focused in on with my business and really improving and surrounding myself with the right partners. Not only the right partners, with the right clients. Now, this is true. The 80-20 rule comes into play, and it really is true when it comes to any business that you have. 80% of the headaches that you have and the struggles that you have in your business are coming from 20% of your clients. And the same is true for 80% of your revenue is coming from 20% of your clients. So I want you to look at your customer database and look at the people that you're dealing with, your clients and your partners, and figure out where 80% of your problems are coming from and where the 80% of your revenue is coming from, and start cutting that away. But more importantly, I have some tips that I'm going to share with you today. We're going to go through a list of about 8 of them, and I'm going to go through this list pretty quickly. So hang with me, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment. And make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button on this video and the little bell so you get updates for all the videos that I'm going to be doing. Got a ton of content coming your way. All right, so number 1 is pay attention to what people are doing, not what they're saying. A lot of people are out there talking a big hype about what they've done and who they are and what their experience is and all their successes, but they don't have a whole lot of success in their actions on a day-to-day basis. That is going to come to light as time goes on, and you're going to see it in their actions. And so people that don't follow through, that don't honor their commitments, and that under-deliver from what they say they're going to do, those are the people that you need to cut out of your life immediately. And the key is to give them the opportunity to correct their decisions and correct their behavior. And if they don't, then you got to cut them. But that's important one. You want to pay attention to what people are actually doing, not just what they're saying. Because a lot of people will talk a big game, they just can't back it up. This is something that I dealt with for a long time, and I bought into all the hype. So a lot of the people's big games and their experience and their history, and oh, I'm going to send you a ton of business. Well, then send me the business and then we'll talk. A lot of people do that. Hey, give me a discount and then I'll shoot you a ton of business. Well, then you give them the discount and then they go off to the next person. This is very common in the graphic design, web design, marketing industry. People that dangle that little hook out there with the hope of giving you more business, and then they never follow through with it. You don't want those kind of people. You want to cut them out of your business right away. 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your clients. It's super important. Okay. Number 2 is you actually need to find somebody that is going to have talent and skill in what they're doing. You got to actually test them out, make sure that they're good before you dive deep into a relationship with them. Make sure that what they say they can do is actually real and is actually accurate to what they're saying they can. Because I have had web designers that told me on a 1 to 10 that they're a 9 or a 10, and then come to find out that they're a 2 or a 3. So you want to make sure that they can back that up. And number 3 is passion. That person that you're working with, whether it's a partner or a client, they need to have passion and they need to have clear vision and a goal going forward. If they don't have that, they're just going to wander all over the place, and without passion, they're never going to really reach their full potential. So there's a lot of people out there that just really lack in passion, and they're just doing this because they're trying to make a buck on people, and they don't really care about what it is that they're doing. They're just trying to sell themselves and sell you on this big dream and big hype. So make sure that you pay attention to the people that truly have passion, that can truly back it up. That's super important. And then the big one for me, and this is something that I've been finding more and more important as I continue to grow my career and start working with the right people, is integrity, man. You got to have people that have integrity. I cannot stress that enough. Even the littlest white lies, like, hey, I sent this to you yesterday, when in reality you sent it to them that day. Have integrity in what you're doing. You don't want to have to go back and look like an idiot to somebody because you decided to try and make a small little white lie or even a big lie. There's too many people that are exaggerating, embellishing, and try to make themselves seem and approach better than they actually are. Just be real, be transparent. That's what people want, is they want the transparency, they want the honesty. No one's perfect, everybody knows that, and they're not going to expect you to do everything perfectly. If you make a mistake or if you're delay on something or you're behind on something, just be truthful with it. Communicate, have integrity, be honest. Don't play the game of, oh yeah, I did it and I'll send it to you later, and then 3-4 days later they still don't have it. This is a really big deal, and these are the types of things that I look for in my partnerships and with my clients. If they say they're going to send me content by the end of the week and they don't have it till the following week, that's a big red flag for me. And a lot of the times nowadays, I'll fire that client before we even get too far down the road, because I don't want that to become a habit, and I'll call them out on it in the beginning. And if they take responsibility for it, then that's a really good sign that you're working with somebody that's good. Number 5, and this is a big one for me. This is something that actually, this is number 6, but this is a really big one for me, is actually make sure that they have a giving personality. If you start working with somebody and their immediate thing is to see how much they can take from you by negotiating and try to lowball you with an offer, that means that they value their money more than they value your talent. If you're throwing out a price, you didn't just come up with that price out of nowhere. You carefully thought out what you need to charge in order for you to grow your business. And people that come in and lowball you, they're just trying to save a buck, and they're not in it, and they're not sitting across from you for the right reasons. So anybody that's just trying to devalue you, that doesn't value your time and talent and only values the money that they have in their wallet and trying to keep as much of it as possible, is probably not going to end up being a good long-term relationship. And it's pointless to build and bring on clients that aren't going to stay with you long-term. This is something I had to learn the hard way after years and years of making that mistake and bringing on clients that made me false promises that never came to be. And then number 6, again, it kind of comes back to number 1, is the people that take action. You got to take action, man. There's so many people out there that are talking a good game. They got their YouTube videos, but they don't take a whole lot of action. You need to have people that are going to take action. And then number 8 is accountability, man. Accountability is a huge deal. I have not been perfect in my career as a digital marketer, as a graphic designer, as a businessman. There's a lot of areas that I fall short in. Sometimes it's been communication, sometimes it's been delivering on time, but I have learned to take accountability for that. And I have people in my life that have held me accountable. And when those situations come up and they say, hey man, I was really expecting this from you, and you didn't deliver, that's where I have to take responsibility and say, you know what, you're right, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, it's not gonna happen again. And I've had to do this numerous times now, and I've grown from it, and I've become a better business person. If you try to make excuses and work your way around it and talk your way out of it and make all the different reasons that you can come up with, no matter how good the excuse is, it's still an excuse. You need to take accountability, and you need to hold other people accountable. This is a huge thing. A lot of people are afraid to hold other people accountable, and I am not afraid to hold the people that I work with and the partners that I work with accountable. So if you want to have a great business, you want to have great relationships with your clients, you need to find people that are going to have accountability, that are going to be taking action, that are authentic, that are genuine, that are giving, that have integrity, that you can trust, that are passionate, and that have talents and skills, man. These are all really, really big areas and big things to focus on. These are all areas that you need to not discount any of them. They're all important, they all mean something, and they all will give you a much better life, way more freedom, way more peace of mind, and you'll have a sustainable income because the relationships that you build will stay and they will last. And that's what you want. You want people that are going to stay with you for 2, 3, 4, 5 years or longer. I have clients that have been with me for over 5 years that are loyal to me, that I've made tens of thousands, honestly millions of dollars, not just tens of thousands, but millions of dollars at this point. And I'm going to continue to work with them, and I'm going to continue to be accountable to them, and I'm going to continue to hold them accountable as well. So long-winded video, but these are all just big areas that I wanted to focus in on and things that I wanted to talk to you about, because I feel like a lot of people are afraid to talk about these topics, and this is not something I'm afraid of. And I want to see you live your best life and have the best business that you possibly can. And that comes from finding the right people, the right clients, and the right partners. So hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope it helps you. Make sure you drop a comment if you have a question, how to identify some of these areas. If you want to go deeper with me, I can help you. I can coach you. I have programs to do that. I do marketing coaching, marketing consulting. I can be a big asset and a big help to your business. So don't be afraid to reach out to me. And I look forward to seeing you on the next video. God bless you guys. And as always, keep looking up.